He a hater, he watching the games. He think about paper, he plotting the scheme.
The No More Sleep executive lists are focused on players with an average ADP within the first 5 rounds. These are players that you probably already know you want to pick, but our focus here isn't to tell you who you should choose, except choose the guy that you like, because if you don't like him, you won't enjoy watching him play, and you're definitely going to be just reluctant to start him when you should. But as an executive, executives make informed decisions, and at the end of the day, fantasy football are human beings drafting other human beings. Okay, there's going to be so much unpredictable things happen, so everything is a guess. But as an executive, a Dynasty fantasy football league owner, you want to make educated guesses. So we're going to give you some information about a guy named Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is someone, if you like him, you should feel good about the pick, because it's not just a pick from the heart, it's also from the brain. This individual on paper has all the signs to tell us that he could be the leading rusher next year. And despite Kareem Hunt being on the roster. So let's put some things into perspective. Last year, Nick Chubb finished the year with just under 1,000 yards. He had an average of 5.2 yards per carry. He had 8 touchdowns and 20 receptions, with 2 touchdowns in the receiving department. If you watch him play, he's clearly the best player on the field. The yards after catch look amazing on film, but let's dig into the numbers. Nick Chubb, if you compare him to his peers, okay, as far as like draft percentages, when you look at him versus James Conner, Joe Mixon, and Melvin Gordon, Nick Chubb had the highest rushing average amongst all of those individuals. He also had the most runs of 20-plus yards. He tied with Joe Mixon in that category. And his receiving average was admirable. He ranked second behind James Conner and Melvin Gordon. And I want you to think about this. This is despite the fact that Chubb only had 37% snap share. These other individuals were on the field more than 60% of the time. And the person that you really want to pay attention to as comparison is Kareem Hunt. In 2017, Kareem Hunt was on the field, and he got 70% of the snap share. Nick Chubb had 37% of the snap share. Now, despite only having 37% of the snap share versus Kareem Hunt 70%, Chubb had better run block efficiency, which is important. You want to protect your star quarterback, Baker Mayfield. Do you think they're going to put Kareem Hunt on the field if he's a worse blocker than Nick Chubb? Secondly, the yards per touch. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb ended essentially in the same for yards per touch, despite the fact that Nick Chubb had less snap share. Nick Chubb finished in the top 10 for breakaway run route. When you think about Kareem Hunt, people always talk about, his breakaway. Well, actually, he had a better breakaway run rate than Kareem Hunt in that 2017 season. Nick Chubb was top 10 for evaded tackles, which is essentially the same as Kareem Hunt's finish. Despite the fact that Kareem Hunt, yes, a pure number, he had more evaded tackles, but he was also on the field 70% versus Nick Chubb's 37%. And then lastly, Nick Chubb rated top 10 in rushing touchdowns. I do not foresee Kareem Hunt taking Nick Chubb's role. It's not going to happen. And you give Nick Chubb 10 weeks head start on Kareem Hunt, there's no way you're going to take this guy out of the game. So if you like Nick Chubb, go and get him.
Get it, go get it, I got it. Get it, go get it, I got it. Get it, go get it, I got it.